Welcome to the October 21st, 2018 video version of the CryptoPicks report. In this week's video, we're going to be covering the recent reversal action in Bitcoin, a new trade setup in Bitcoin, and a potential long entry in EOS, which is not an official entry, but it is something that could be in play potentially this week. So let's get to the charts. And here's the price action in Bitcoin on the daily chart over the past few months. There's a big sell-off on October 11th, the wide range bar here. And so what we discussed in last week's report was the price action. If this was in fact a legit breakdown, then Bitcoin would bounce for a few days and then maybe run into the 20-day EMA here and then reverse lower below the high of October 11th, take out this prior low here and potentially test the 6,000 or 5,800 area. Now that's if Bitcoin was legitimately weak there and ready to break down. We also discussed the potential for a bear trap if the price action, rather than falling through to the downside, rips higher back through the 20 and 50-day MAs and takes out the high of October 11th, which it did on October 15th. And Bitcoin really just ran over all the shorts in its way here and maybe attracted a ton of day trading interest as well, as the price action smashed right through resistance at 68.50 and through a significant prior swing high and the 200-day MA up here before reversing lower. The sharp spike did trigger our sell limit order at 72.30, which allowed us to exit our long position in Bitcoin for a 6% gain. So let's take a closer look at the price action here the past week. And we don't really like the close that was well off the highs of the session. That's not a bullish close. That suggests more chop, which is what happened here last week. And we could see several more weeks of chop before the price moves higher or lower. We are willing to take a shot on the long side in Bitcoin right now, though, based on this reversal holding up here. And we can place a pretty tight stop about 6 to 7% lower, looking for the price action to reverse higher here over the next few months and at least test this 8,400 level, which is our target for half the position and possibly the full position depending on how it gets there. So just to repeat, we are buying Bitcoin at its current price, so 66.35, 25-ish here, up to 6,700, a buy limit up to 6,700, with a sell stop around 61.99, just below the whole number. And the risk reward on that setup would be about a 7% stop with 25% upside. So it's 3 to 1 in terms of risk reward. All right, let's take a look at the next chart, which is of EOS, USD. And many of the top cryptos in terms of market cap have formed a pattern similar to the one here in EOS over the past few months. It's similar to the Bitcoin pattern, only that Bitcoin has basically held up all through 2018, has not put in new lows. And EOS has not really put in a new low either, but the price action ripped higher earlier in the year and has been in a steady downtrend since. So in EOS, there's the nasty break on October 11th, followed by a sharp rally up that pushed through the high of October 11th but failed to close above there. So the potential still exists for EOS to break down, and if it were to take out this low right here, then that would suggest more downside to come, especially if it were to then take out this swing low. Then there could be a test of the prior lows around 418. However, if Bitcoin remains strong and can hold above its 50-day MA, then it's possible that EOS could be in play on a move through its 50-day MA and tight range here above 570 on a pickup in volume, which would also break this downtrend line. And there is pretty good upside potential in EOS, as here's the prior swing high, so it's about 17%, and then the 200-day MA, which is about 50% away, And the stop on such a trade would probably be closer to 10% away, or maybe the top's 13, though I'd probably just go anywhere in the 7 to 10% range for a stop. Now, this is not an official setup. The Bitcoin trade is an official setup. If you decide to take this trade, you're on your own here. We've laid out a potential entry and stop, but the trade management is up to you. Okay, well, that's a wrap for this week's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here next week.